I think we're live. Good morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon. Vashti and I are a little bit frazzled. We have had
Woo.
a very busy weekend, but we had to bring you guys this Victory Monday, especially, especially since that win came on the road against the Falcons, and the Panthers swept the Falcons for the first time since 2013.
Yeah,
2013, y'all,
that's crazy because even in that historic 2015 season, they're only lost the
to
Falcons.
the Dirty Birds,
And you
to
can
the
you
Dirty
could
Birds.
literally that was Sheena and I were talking, which is crazy. We were talking before the game and she was like, I don't know. I feel like Bryce go off this game. And I said, you know what? I have a good feeling about this game too. I didn't think Bryce was
Yeah.
going to go off. You were spot on about Bryce going off, but for whatever reason, I don't know. It felt like this team was gonna do something. I wasn't sure, but they were gonna do
Vashti.
something.
Can we pull up the picture of QB1 walking into the stadium?
I got it.
We gotta let the people see. When I saw the Amiri and the glasses, when I saw the sunglasses, I even told his mom, I was like, look, Bryce wore the shades in here. I just feel like he about to go off. And she just started laughing. Like something was just definitely different. Even JC Horn, he was locked in coming out of that tunnel, nodding his head. Like that Saints game pissed them off, and rightfully so, because they tricked that off. Instead of being a half a game behind the Bucks, they would have been in sole possession of the lead in the NFC South, especially with another Bucks loss yesterday. So they were pissed, rightfully so. Comeback cats. Let's get into this game yesterday, Vashta.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about dripping. We're gonna go back to Bryce when we do dripping and tripping. And also, guys, if you don't know, we're gonna take this right up to Dave Canales' press conference. We're a little late today. We didn't get in until like 3 o'clock, and Sheena called me and was like, "You ready to go?" I was in the bed,
I
gone.
knew. I sent the text. I was like, she usually responds pretty quick. Let me call her.
It was a mess. But a tale of two halves. The
For sure.
Panthers looked like they were, I don't know, they had 141, I believe, 141 total yards of offense, and the Falcons had already put up either close to 300 or
257. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
they couldn't stop Bijan Robinson. They couldn't stop Drake London. And it was just the second half was a completely different team. And I think it's important also to mention, like, Penix went out, London went out, and that was towards the end of the game. But that doesn't negate the fact that the Panthers were whatever they said or did at halftime, completely two different teams.
For sure. I mean, Drake London literally was doing whatever he felt like doing. He has 71 yards on one drive. You cannot give a receiver 71 yards on one drive. Like that was absolutely putrid. And you know how I feel about the soft zone that Evero employs. You know that I feel like they can be much more aggressive. And when they're aggressive, things happen. They sent the blitz, got to stop. Other than that, they were just, the Falcons were just doing whatever they wanted to do. They came out and forced the 3-and-out to start the game, the Panthers defense. After that, the Falcons scored on every single possession for the rest of the first half. They didn't punt again until the second half.
Which was, and
That's
sitting
crazy.
we were sitting in the press box like, oh boy, here we go. But I don't want to. So the McMillan was the first touchdown, and the Panthers they start off fast. It's just, can they continue that that streak? And then you
Yeah.
had a Bijan Robinson run. They couldn't stop Robinson. Robinson had 2 touchdowns. Then they had an Algier touchdown, and it was 7-21 with under 2 minutes remaining. That Ryan Fitzgerald field goal at the end of the half was a game changer
Very
for them.
important. Very
Very
important.
hugely important for them. And they could have even they were in an area where they could have, or maybe potentially
Yeah.
could have scored. But that Ryan Fitzgerald field goal with 25 seconds remaining in the first half, and then they got the ball in the second half, that was huge. That was huge.
Very.
They needed that. They needed to get those points on the board.
Yeah, to be able to put 10 points on the board before the Falcons touched the ball again was really, really important. And, we mentioned Penix going down at the end of the game, but we almost thought Bryce was going to be gone for the game when Zavala missed that block. Missed that block when the safety came through on the blitz, and Bryce actually left the game. He actually didn't even miss any reps though. The Falcons drove down and scored. Then he was out there for the next series. We're over there like, what's going on? He's not limping. It's not a concussion. He would have been on the sideline. We're really over there trying to figure out what was going on. And by the time we were trying to kind of piece together what his possible injuries could be, he was back on the field. Andy
I
was
thought it
warming
was
up, but Bryce
curtains.
was back on the field.
I thought it was curtains.
Yeah.
Dalton was warming up on the sideline.
Yeah.
All the things were going on. Bryce laid on the ground for a while, and I didn't have time to upload the pictures. But Bryce laid on the ground for a while, and we were like, oh boy. And we get updates, injury updates in the press
They weren't
box.
saying
But
anything.
he didn't miss a snap. So it was an ankle injury.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they went and did an x-ray.
Yeah.
To make sure that there was no like real structural damage.
Great.
And
Yeah.
then Bryce. Listen, it's still early on in his career to have legacy games, but this is the type of game that well, yeah.
Listen, I feel you styles of gaming, because I asked Vashti, I was like, girl, I don't even feel like tweeting no more. I don't even think I tweeted the next Falcons drive except for when they scored, because I was like, oh man, it's about to be that type of day. But I don't think it's too early to say that's a legacy game. I mean, for what the Panthers have, what he's gone through as a quarterback in his short 2.5 seasons as, QB1, I don't think it's too early, V. I think it's definitely a step.
It's definitely
It's a division. It's divisional. It's on the road. It's against the Falcons. I feel like those factors play into it possibly being, a legacy game. It might be. It might be. Yeah. It may be replaced later on down the line by another legacy game. But for right now, I think this is it. Even more so than last season when he had the 5 touchdowns, because this game means something. They're in the hunt. Last season was a wash. They weren't making the playoffs. This season, it means something, and it sent the Falcons to the woodshed, because now, aren't they mathematically eliminated?
I think so.
Not
I think
okay.
It'll be extremely hard.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta is Bryce's second home, dating back to his days at Bama.
Listen, they might have to rename
that kind
Andrew.
Of stuff. Do you believe in that? Do you believe that guys just go off in certain venues or against certain teams? I believe that that's the thing. Like,
for sure.
It's like, for example, and I was talking to another reporter in the press box, and we were talking about this very college basketball. UNC and NC State could be NC State could be ranked and UNC could be unranked, and UNC is going to be NC
different.
State for whatever reason. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And I think that Bryce has that guy. If Bryce and the Panthers can get the consistency down, then they'll be a tough matchup. Here's what some of the guys had to say in the locker room.
No, man, it feels good to come home and get a win. Always. So just be back home, going through the city from being a little kid, and now it's pretty cool.
Derek, you've been a part of teams where, you guys had your struggles, or if you got down early, it was a wrap. Talk about the resilience of you guys, not only coming off the loss from the Saints last year, but just kind of a rough first half and how you were able to rally back and kind of basically shut them down.
We gave up 21 quick in the first half. Came in and had a nice conversation and, back to it.
A nice conversation?
Just kind of, everybody calm down, cool down, get your head back right, and go out here and do what we do. Last week, we had a lot of miscues and stuff, so for us to be able to get back out here this week and be able to have a dogfight like this and come out on top, I'm excited about it.
So what is say the adjustments weren't necessarily scheme-wise, they were more just fundamental, wrapping up, things like that?
No, the adjustments are adjustments, but we just came in and, from a player standpoint, it's just, everybody calm down, let's settle in, let's get to work.
What is it about this team that y'all are able to bounce back, like after New Orleans? This is not the first time y'all have kind of had this type of win after a letdown.
I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I sit here and I think about it, and we get to go through every single day, every single week, and it's exactly the same. Like, we never, coach never changed, DCE never changed. Like we just go exactly through the process, and we continue the process. And I mean, it's the same way every week, whether you win or lose. Nobody's coming in there fussing, hollering like we. Players sometimes maybe, but I mean, coaches keep a calm head and keep guiding us along the way.
What do y'all need to do then to be more consistent when it comes to like not having a letdown like last week?
I think gotta stop the miscues, right? Like that was the thing at the beginning of the season, and it happens for every team every single week. So I mean, for us to be able to go out there and just be consistently dominant, that's the goal for us on defense and offense, and be able to play in all three phases.
That's the thing for the Panthers. It's consistency. And
For sure.
Tony said consistency is what still has me not confident about this team. Sometimes we look like a 2-win team. Sometimes we look like we can compete with the best. It's weird. Good point. Good point, Tony. That's true.
That's extremely accurate. And I mean, that just comes from patience. And that brings us to, our next topic as far as Canales' play calling. I felt like everybody felt like he kind of abandoned the vertical pass game really early in the game. And we said last week on Quick Blitz, I told you, I said, I think he tailors how he's going to call that game on how Bryce is early. If Bryce is hitting those shots early, he's going to have a much more open playbook, as opposed to, sometimes it's not working early, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to give him a chance to get it rolling. He was abandoning it a little bit too quickly. Yesterday we saw, I felt like a very, very well called game by Dave Canales. Even when they were coming up empty-handed, turning the ball over on downs, I felt like they were decent decisions that we could get behind. And on defense, like, I think that as Canales is learning to kind of be like, okay, this is the way I was doing things before. Let me do something a little bit different. Let me trust in these guys. I've been telling them it's their team. Let me show them that I believe in them. Like we saw his play calling yesterday. I think Evero has to do the same thing on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes the plan that you go into the game with has to be tailored. And we're seeing him kind of struggle to adjust. And I was asking DB, I wanted to say, hey, schematically, did y'all change some stuff up, or did y'all just start wrapping up? And he kind of danced around the question a little bit. He danced around it a little bit. But if you know that that you're playing soft game and Drake London is absolutely murking you, change it. Everyone we get the same dialogue on Twitter. JC needs to follow. JC needs to follow. Is he scared? He needs to follow. He needs to follow. No, JC is doing what his coach says, because if he just completely goes rogue, y'all gonna talk trash about him then too. But we're not gonna see JC Horn travel. So just go ahead, and as long as Evero's in Carolina, JC Horn's not traveling. You might see JC advocate to cover a one receiver on, like, look, I'm covering this receiver on this play, but he's not letting JC travel for the duration of the game. He's not. But he has to kind of put his ego to the side and change up schematically, because that almost cost him the game yesterday. Drake London was doing whatever he wanted to do.
I think the Evero thing is a lost cause. I think he's so married to his team, and he's not going to divorce it. It has, in his mind, this is what has gotten him the success that he has so far, and this is what's going to carry him into the future. And we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. But even defensively in the second half, they were able to slow down Robinson. They were able to limit Drake London more. And so but it started offensively. I think offensively, what happened was they also came out, they scored, and
that changes things.
And so the first couple of drives, like, the Falcons weren't even able to get on the field. And I'd even tweeted, like, that's a way to keep guys off the, win the game.
Yeah. Can't score if you ain't on the field.
When they're burning you.
Can't.
But yeah, flowers to Canales. That first drive, I was like, oh, okay. That was a good drive. And it kind of set the tone. And I think Canales goes off vibes, but maybe Evero and Canales kind of need to take from each other's book. Maybe Canales needs to be married to his game plan going in, even if Bryce might seem like he's off. You got to fight.
Perfect.
And Evero can be like, all right, well, this is not working. Let me switch this up. We don't pay a man $100 million for him to check the number 2 wide receiver. So I think that maybe they can learn from each other. But Canales called a heck of a game yesterday. He called a hell of a game. We got to give Canales his flowers. Here's what he had to say a bit about Bryce and his injury and coming back from that.
Gave me a thumbs up and said I'm good. I said that's good enough for me. Let's get him back out there. And Andy was ready, and Andy was warming up and ready to go out for that series. And I got to commend Danny Counting and the training staff for getting that thing turned around quickly and making sure we did the right thing and do the full evaluation in there to make sure that he was in the right place to go back out there because he wanted to. But I was fired up. It was like, okay, let's go.
Dave, how are you feeling after today? You came in, you're out of breath. I don't know, you seem a little chill, but this is a big win for you guys.
I'm just really proud. I'm really proud. The challenge to the group last night is like this has to become your team, and I love this group. I love the physical nature that we play with. I'm proud of the effort I have been for over a year and a half now. The character of this group that just continues to fight, continues to play, and what we're waiting for is for these guys to take it, to take the will and to say, this is our team, coach, we got it. And I had a bunch of guys, coming out the locker room today saying, we got this. And they're just, reaffirming. And even though the Falcons had a great first half and they made some plays in the second half too, obviously to, send it into overtime, this was a group that wasn't going to quit. And our guys just continue to step up and say, this is our team. Let's go make this thing happen.
I mean, everybody offensively, they deserve their flowers this week.
I mean, and I hear a lot of people in this, and I see a lot of comments, a lot of XL love that we did not see the first couple of weeks. And so I was outside for my cousin's birthday. I came back in. I don't know why I was on Twitter at 3 a.m., but I saw a tweet about Xavier and how terrible he is, and he only has 131 yards. And I said, look, he's getting open. And he's making plays in areas that aren't recorded on the stat sheet. I ended up deleting the tweet a little bit later because people were getting really disrespectful. And, Vashti be having to kind of reel me back in. I'd be ready to cuss people out. So I ended up deleting it. But just talking to him before the game, I was like, hey, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning arguing about you. You going to do something today? I won't share what he said. I told Vashti what he said. And he went out there and he made plays. I think that, again, that's a testament to Canales' play calling because it wasn't just XL that was suddenly getting these targets. Bryce hit, at least 6 different receivers in the first half. So really, really good ball distribution. All the receivers ate. Coker came up with some really, really big catches at really, really important times. So this young nucleus that, everybody was kind of excited about when Adam Thielen left, they're coming into their own as a group, and you see how excited they are for one another when each of them has success. Jalen Coker even had on denim tears and sunglasses in the locker room. It's just different.
Did I have that? Oh no, I didn't upload that. Did he have? I thought he had on Supreme. Did he have denim?
No, he had on denim tears pants. Yeah.
Oh, I have it in dripping or tripping. I do have it on dripping or tripping. So we're going to try to get the dripping or tripping. Canales goes at 120. But Bryce fed, McMillan had 130 yards. Career game for him. Leggett, 83 yards. 4
touchdowns between the three of them.
Right. Dowdle, 55 yards receiving. Dowdle eclipsed the 1,000 yard mark, both rushing and passing, total yards mark yesterday. Trimble, 54 yards. Trimble was big. And Trimble has been a
huge.
guy. Trimble has been a guy who lost his job to Sanders, and he has not panned out to be what I guess people
a pass catching tight end.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is what he had to say. I talked to him a bit. We got a quick clip from Trimble.
That's part of being a professional. You always got to be ready for the ball, always ready for the moment. And we showed up in that moment. It was awesome.
You broke a couple tackles on that run, too.
Hey, man, people forget, man. I run like a 4.5. Hey, I block good, but hey, I run a 4.5 too.
Pop your stuff, Tommy.
He said, listen, I heard y'all talking about Ian Thomas running in quicksand. I'm not him.
Pop your stuff,
that
Tommy.
Used to piss me off about Ian Thomas. That used to infuriate me. If Ian catches the ball, Ian's going nowhere fast. Tommy turned on the Jets. He didn't try to hurdle anybody. He didn't need to. He did what he needed to do to set up that game-winning field goal in overtime. Huge play.
Here's what T-Mac had to say. Since
a lot of questions this week about the vertical passing game. I know, right? And you guys came in and you kind of made a statement. You set a franchise record in passing yards. What does that say about, one, the misnomer about you guys not being able to make plays down the field, and then Bryce Young as a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I know Bryce and just our whole offense was getting a lot of backlash just the past week about, obviously, like you said, the passing yards, but everybody in the locker room knew it was bound to happen. We knew that we had in our bag, and specifically Bryce, but, I mean, turn the tape on, man. Bryce went out there and balled for sure.
And to do it against the #1 passing defense in the NFL, how much more pride do y'all take in that, knowing how good they have been at limiting passing yards this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a plus, but as long as, we came out with the W, that's all that matters.
How would you describe?
I know it's a little invasive, but can you share a little bit with us about what Bryce said in that huddle as you guys marched down to take the lead?
What did he say?
He's like, can I tell y'all?
Those late drives and late moments and big moments like that, everybody in the huddle is kind of, we all got the same energy. It's kind of like we live for moments like these. To drive down and win a game like that, come back on the road, I mean, that's huge.
130 yards.
That you notice in Bryce when you guys are in these late game kind of high stress situations, is it a visible like look or
team man?
Nah, I mean, honestly, no, not really. I feel like everybody, including Bryce, is just always level-headed throughout the game. The moment's never too big. Just to, all of a sudden change how your mindset, how you think. He's pretty much, for the most part, just cool, calm, collected, and just steady.
It was a good locker room. I even like the banter between them two. But you know what, Sheena, and this is a little insight. In the locker room this week leading up to the game, you remember when I said it's good vibes in here?
Yeah.
It was good
even
vibes
after the loss,
in the locker room leading up to it.
Yeah.
The guys you could tell they were locked in, but it was jovial. Guys were joking around.
Still no ping pong, guys, because I know somebody's going to ask. Still no ping pong table. Ping pong table's there. It has been abandoned.
Oh, and this is perfect time for that. Have we noticed any more camaraderie in the locker room this year? Yes. Yes, you got the Brown bros, Bobby Brown and Derek Brown right there together. And Derek Brown has really become a leader in that locker room. And it's crazy because we remember when he was a rookie and, kind of quiet and didn't really want to talk. And now he's the guy who kind of sets the tone in that locker room, especially on the defensive line side. And of course, JC on that back end. And so, yeah, it was a good vibe this week. Definitely good vibes going into the week against Atlanta. So yeah, I thought the camaraderie was there. Do we have
for sure?
Let's do dripping or tripping real quick, and then if we can get to some more okay, let's get to it then. Because
he did, because I told him.
What'd you tell him?
Bryce and I, we got this auntie nephew type of relationship. So I told him at the sneaker gala, I said, we do dripping and tripping. He's like, oh, what's that? Because Bryce swear he don't watch any social media, which I actually can't believe. I could believe that. I think if he does, he probably consumes it in very, very limited doses. And I told him, I was like, yo, you clean today. You got it on tonight. I'm gonna need you to come back with that on Sunday so we could give you, some dripping or tripping love.
Okay, well then let's go to it. Let's go to it because who is this guy? Who is this guy?
That's Bryce Christopher.
Okay.
That's not just B-I-9. This is Bryce Christopher.
Y'all saw what he had on last week. It was terrible. It was giving Concord Mills teenager. This is giving, I got shmoney, okay? This is giving, shmoney. I'm going to come out and I'm going to drop 448 yards and 3 touchdowns on your head, okay? Look at the
on
shade.
Your head.
Look at the
in your house.
Even the ice. I don't even see bright. Check the necklace. This is, come on, Bryce.
The day he walk in there with the grill.
Come on, Bryce.
Scary times.
This is like,
that's Bryce. Yeah, that's Bryce Christopher right there.
Like on your head, okay? And the baggy jeans are coming back in style, which is crazy because now we're going back to the 90s. We went from skinny jeans to baggy jeans, but this is just what the style is. Like, Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
I told you, that's Bryce Christopher.
Who is this guy?
Forget BY9. This is Bryce Christopher. We got introduced to Bryce Christopher yesterday. Bryce Christopher, who is QB1. If you look at him, you're like, I don't think he can lead the huddle. You're not thinking that when you look at this fit.
Like, this is I can't.
This is definitely walking your trap, take over your trap.
I cannot understate how the difference in, and I didn't think that the whole you look good, play good thing,
Oh yeah,
I always,
for sure.
it matters because, last week Bryce was getting his girl took. This week, Bryce is taking girls. Come on now. Come on. This is BCY. Come on, Bryce. Like
Bryce,
we gotta go to somebody else.
I said Vashti. I told you, I saw the sunglasses, Vashti. I said, I think he about to cook.
The shades, like everything. And I know he's got somebody helping. Like, come on. You not taking this man, girl. This is a guy who's gonna walk in and they be like, who is that? Who is that? What? Bryce, listen, shout out to you because this is more of this, less of last week. JC.
Locked in.
It's chill. But you know what?
I like the coordination of the go yard with the sneakers.
Mm-hmm. Bryce is a high-low guy. Yeah, I mean, JC. Sure. JC's a high-low guy.
JC is, yeah. Yeah.
JC might wear, JC has a friend who has a clothing line, so he'll wear his friend's clothing line, and then he'll have on a $30,000 bag. Just so you know, I'm caked up.
Just so you know, I got it if I feel like it.
I don't have to. The whole thing doesn't have to be dripping in labels, but I got it.
No, because I hate that. I absolutely loathe that.
We cooked Coker.
So I'm listen. I do not like label whores. I just it's not, that doesn't scream stylish to me. It screams, I just want y'all to know I got some money. Oh, JC with K camp mode in ATL. I can see that. I kind of see that. It's a little bit.
Everybody's still talking about Bryce's outfit. I knew he was about to cook when on that first drive he was smiling and laughing.
Yeah, it was just different. He went in. He walked in with his sunglasses, went over there, said his prayer with his family, and commenced to cook. And said his grace. He said his grace and commenced to cook.
So far, the guys are even with their fits, they are dripping. Yeah. This is Jalen.
It's something different. I don't know if it was the A. I don't know what it was. I hated that Supreme fit last week. This is understated. I like the denim tears, the sunglasses. Is that ice? Is that wrist icy? I think the wrist is icy.
They put their jewelry on this week. I don't even see subtle in jewelry.
Very, very subtle though. It's not completely outside of his style realm. He's kind of a generally quiet, reserved guy. And I think this works for him. I think it's stylish. It's not overstated. I think the Supreme was trying it a little too hard last week. I like this look for him. I'm going to go dripping because I feel like it fits his personality, but it gives it a little bit more oomph, so to speak.
Yeah, I Bryce, obviously, drip, big drip. JC, drip. This is not dripping to me.
That's not dripping to you? I feel like it's I feel like it's dripping for Coker.
It's giving I gotta dripping for Coker. It's giving I gotta make a run to Walmart real quick.
I think the jewelry and the sunglasses for him. For his personality.
Things aren't fashionable to me. These are like uncle shades.
Well, I will say this. I think the aesthetic of him having the sunglasses on is more so what's making it dripping to me. Okay. But if you're going to go with the particular brand of the sunglasses, that looks like the glasses, the transition lenses. Where they're glasses, and then when the sun comes out, they turn into shades.
Transitions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now, if you came in there with some, a different pair of glasses, because I mean, you can see in your video. Well, I don't think we posted. We showed the video in the locker room, but if I'm just looking here and I don't know what the brand of the glasses is, and I'm like, okay, Coker's stepping it up a little bit. No, I'm still an undrafted free agent.
I'm with Tony.
He's still
I'm with Tony.
He's still an undrafted free agent. But
I'm with Tony. Yeah,
I'm a UDFA, but I get snaps.
Yeah, but this don't look like he gets snaps. This fit gives.
It
I'm a
doesn't.
UFPA
I,
who's on the practice squad. Coker,
I
we
think this is a
Coker,
big.
we no. This is
This
the
is a big
second week
step
in
for
a row, Sheena.
Coker.
No, this is the second week in
No,
a
now
row.
the Supreme was unforgivable. I feel like this fits him. Like, cause you got to still dress within the realm of your personality. I feel like this fits his personality. So
Okay.
Vashti's going tripping. I'm gonna go dripping because it's Jalen in particular
Okay.
for his aesthetic and just his personality.
And Jay said the only thing Coker cares about is the hands and moving the chains. And this fit
And I'm all right
shows.
with that.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
fine with
fit.
that.
All right, Mike Jack. I like this.
I like it.
I like this.
it.
I even like the
Understated,
collar
yeah.
shirt with the joggers. And I know the
Yeah.
shoes are expensive. Like, I like this
Yeah.
look. Shout
And
out
shout
Mike
out to
Jack's
him
mom.
for that.
Tina knows Mike Jack's
Yeah.
mom. And she introduced me to her. She looks like his sister. I would have
They look
never
like
guessed that is his mom.
fraternal twins. They look like
It's
fraternal twins.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I like this
Yeah.
look. I like the collar shirt. I like the joggers. I like the shades. It's giving.
Yeah.
It's,
I really like the
what?
shades.
Mike Jack said this before. His style is rich
Oh,
uncle.
you know what?
Rich
You know what
uncle.
though? This is giving Ocho Cinco.
Hmm.
That's
Now,
giving
I think
Ocho.
y'all saying that because of the
Just the overall picture. This particular picture, this particular photo, it is giving Ocho Cinco. Just a particular photo.
I
liked
it
it too. I'm gonna go dripping. I'm gonna
go drip with that. T-Mac. T-Mac is a chill guy.
He is. Everybody else put that shit on. Excuse my French. T-Mac was just like, I'm gonna just go ahead and grab this. It fits. It matches. I'm about to go to work.
Yeah,
I don't think he was trying to make a statement.
No,
yeah, I don't think he was trying to make a statement.
But his statement was made on the field. So it was. You know, and T-Mac is not the guy. He's a Cali guy, and he's a Cali guy.
Very laid back.
I wake up, I'm gonna get on my skateboard and go get a matcha. You know,
he ain't going to get matcha. He's going to get fried rice on game days.
That's his vibe.
That's what he said. So, his game day meal is fried rice, and I see that. He's a very chill guy. Looks like a next door neighbor, respectfully, and he does.
He looks like the next door neighbor's son.
Very approachable.
But they older neighbors, you know.
Yeah, very approachable.
We got 1,200 people in here. Thanks for supporting us. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. I don't know if we're at 1,000 yet, but we're very close. So make sure you're subscribing to the channel. I'm glad y'all are joining in on us. With us, I think we got one more.
We got one more dripping.
I'm just gonna call Timo Trade and Tryon.
He does look like a banker.
Yeah, every week is giving Trade and Tryon. It's giving
banker.
It's giving, and the watch banker. Now. The watch is, don't sleep on the watch, but it's giving Trade and Tryon. His outfits are always giving casual Friday, but I got money.
Clean aesthetic. Yeah, clean aesthetic.
Yeah. Is that no? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's giving Unc, and he's one of the older guys in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I actually respect it. I'm gonna until he's not the type to come out with he's not gonna come out with he might wear Amiri, but he's not gonna wear the jersey Amiri. This is
they said that that Taylor looks like a dad at kindergarten graduation, looks like he has to go teach social studies, and like he sells cars.
This is
I get the social studies. Yeah, I get the social studies teacher.
That's actually social studies is perfect.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's the whole.
I get it. Yeah, you better go to the golf course. Old money like you see in Massachusetts.
Yeah, but you know that's his thing.
Yeah, I mean he's an elder on the team at this point. He's a vet.
Oh God, elder is crazy, but it's true.
He's a vet.
Elder is crazy, but it's true. It's crazy, but it's true. All right, guys. Next time we have a condensed version today because it was kind of crazy. But also we have to figure out how we want to do next week. The Panthers play on Monday night.
Monday night.
So let us know in the comments. Do you want us to go after Tuesday, after the game, just because it's a Monday night game, so that we can give you everything, our game analysis? I think we'll do that. We might do Tuesday after the game, depending on what our flight schedules look like post thing. And we also maybe we'll do something after the Monday night game. We might go live. We'll see.
If y'all are up, if y'all are awake.
If y'all are up, back outside said Tuesday lunchtime hours, y'all. Okay. I'm glad I see y'all rocking with the lunchtime.
Well, we might be in the air Tuesday at 1 p.m. though. 1 p.m. Eastern time.
We'll see. We'll make sure to announce on Twitter what time we're gonna go based on. We got to figure out what our flight schedules are. But guys, thanks for supporting. Go ahead.
In closing, somebody asked about the Rob Hunt window. I know that Dave Canales was looking at week 14, opening up that window. It was kind of a fluid situation, but that's what he was estimating. So yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it. We'll be back on schedule after next week, but we'll figure out what time we're going to come on next week. Canales is up in 1 minute. So thanks for supporting everyone. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.